Here we go. Well, hello, adventurer. So, we are here on this Periscope, and I'm going to show you seven things that are going to help make your try to do this while I Periscope, but I'm going to try to post some of Facebook event. You can do that. So thanks for sharing that. We're at about 3,500 people. We're going to break some records on this here. Okay, hey Grand Rapids. I'm going to be in Detroit this weekend. I'm super excited about that. We just got back from Nashville. We're also going to have some shenanigans that probably will happen. So if you want to maybe take a screen grab, that's a new feature. So if you want to do a screen grab on your phone, what's cool is where all these hearts are coming out of, it actually will turn it into a camera icon. So I'll make a silly face, and you go ahead and do a screen grab. It wasn't so silly. Now some of the icons are turning into screen grabs. So that's cool. But I'm going to go and search for some of those. So if there's anything hilarious that happens, I'm going to take the best meme that you create by something that inevitably I'll say, but we need a unique hashtag for this. So I picked #MoonScope Hanover because I couldn't even just... thank you, The Real Joel Dunn, for sharing on Twitter. MoonScope Hanover. I expect big things from you and Dan on these memes. I couldn't even be on Periscope last night because at some point just go outside and see the moon. I don't need to see it on Periscope, but there was a lot of things. MoonScope Hanover. That is hashtag of tonight. So if you make a meme of anything that happens during this adventure, just go ahead and post that. Wow, we're almost at over 4,000 people on Periscope. That's awesome. Okay, so what I want to do is one of the things that's really important. Somebody was told me, like, they even mentioned it today. They said Facebook is dead, which they didn't mean the outage, the big outage that happened today that lasted like 5 minutes. But they were saying, like, Facebook is dead. Why would you even market on Facebook? Well, because Facebook, and where they were talking about is sometimes I see where it's like somebody has this product and they're basically being a gigantic hipster about it. And so what happens is they become a snob about Facebook, or they become a snob about email. And what happens is you need to understand is that Facebook sways elections. Social media can sway an election within about 5 points. You know, anything more than that, it's not going to have that big of a difference. But you give any race and hand over the social media accounts, and we can sway that election within, you know, five points or so. It also is a lot of times buying power. And so buying power is a big part of that. So Facebook is not going away anytime soon. The number of people that are on it daily is more than almost all the other social media combined. And by the way, Instagram is actually owned by Facebook. So when Facebook was down today, people are like, what a coincidence. So is Instagram. No, because it's running on the same infrastructure. So it's not going away anytime soon. So what I want to do is I want to give you some tips that are going to help you just be able to have a competitive advantage on Facebook. That's going to be a big part of that. The reason why, though, is because there is going to be over 500,000 posts that show up in your timeline this year. Yes. What? Yes. 500,000 posts. Your friends are going to talk about how smart their kid is, pancakes. They're going to talk, they're going to share lots of Star Wars stuff because that's about to happen. That's exciting. Thanks. We just hit 4,000. Thanks for keeping on sharing. Thanks for the hearts. So they're going to generate 500,000 posts on your timeline. Do you want to read all of those? No, you don't want to read all of those. So what you're wanting is you're wanting Facebook to go and you're wanting it to filter out some stuff. You're saying, I don't want to see all the posts. I want to see the posts that are most relevant to me. So on average, it's going to be about 16%. So if we just round that up, what we are saying is that 20% of the posts are going to get through. So the purpose of this Periscope is to make sure that you are part of that 20% that get through. By the way, shirt of the day. Usually I don't get political. Vote no on Daleks. So we got to make sure that you are part of that 20% because only 1 out of 5 posts are actually going to make it out into that world. So what the algorithm is, right, a fancy name of algorithm is just going to go through and see how do we make sure that I pick what's that 1 out of 5. And so it's going to say how many friends maybe that we have in common. It's going to go and say, well, how many likes and comments does it have? It's going to say what's the recent interaction that maybe happens. So that's what the algorithm is doing, is it is going and looking at a bunch of different factors. I think there's over 10,000 different combinations that can be used at this point, and it is going to say which ones it's going to show up. Okay, so here is the tips. Now, I shared one of these tips earlier on the Crush Monday Periscope that we start early on Monday morning, and it's this, is stop posting to Facebook, instead post on Facebook. That is a big difference. Yes, you can watch Periscope on your computer. You can just go and click on the link, and it will go from there. So what you want to do is stop posting to Facebook. So what we do is we sometimes say, hey, Facebook, I have this new product that I love. Hey, Facebook, and we're just posting to the entire world. So what I want to say is stop posting to everybody, and instead, hey, Puerto Rico, start posting to somebody. Not to everybody, to somebody. So I was just talking about this with Pam on her Show Me the Money call that we just did that call in. And we got this from, I was talking to an old radio show host. And I said, don't you get nervous? Because when that on-air red light flashes, what's going to happen is there's going to be like 1.5 million people listening to you. Do you get nervous? And he said, no, son, when that light goes off, it means that I'm having a conversation with my friend. So this is why we don't say hello adventurers, we say hello adventure. That I'm having a conversation with you, my best friend, and I'm trying to help you. And so that's why one of the things that you need to do is start to think not about yourself, but about them. So start thinking, what is their day like? Right? So I have some friends, and they're entrepreneurs, and they get to do that full time, and that's awesome. But a lot of the people that they are getting to be on their team, they have full-time jobs. So when you don't have to go work a 9 to 5, you can post at 10 in the morning and you can post at 3 in the afternoon. But that's not going to give you a lot of results because they're at work. So actually knowing that, I think the stat is 75-80% of people under the age of 45 reach for their smartphones within 15 minutes of waking up. See, what you're doing is you are saying, what is their day like? What are they going through? So when you're posting, on your schedule, this is why Joel and Dan, I think, are on here. We were trying to decide when to go see a movie. And we went to go see a movie, and the adventure team said, do you want to see the 4 o'clock or do you want to see the 6:30? And I said, of course you want to see the 4 o'clock. And they were like, what do you mean, why was that such an easy decision? Like, what's the Mr. Miyagi technique behind this? And I said, well, it's this. Congratulations on your first Periscope, by the way. I said, anybody that hates their job can go see the 6:30. But people can't always see the 4 o'clock. So I want to post that I'm with my friends and I wish you were here. Like, I'm not just saying, hey, I'm going to see a movie. I'm saying, I wish you were able to and I'm making it personal. So in my mind, I'm really thinking like, who is the person I'm talking about? Like, she's 33 years old. She has kids. She has a full-time job. She hates her job. I'm thinking about her week. I'm thinking about all that. And so when I post, I am posting to a person. I'm posting to you, my friend. So that is the biggest tip that I can tell you, is start writing your post personal. You are not broadcasting. You are having a conversation. You're not posting to Facebook, like to all of Facebook, giving them an update. What you're doing is you're posting a note to a friend on Facebook. And the difference between to and on is a huge, huge, huge difference, okay? So that is like the biggest thing that I can tell you to start being more effective in your social media, is have a conversation with a friend, because social media is not broadcasting. Social media is about having a conversation with a friend, okay? So I'd also love to hear your aha moments. Either you can throw them here in the comments, but I know that there's now over 4,000 of you that are also watching. So make sure that you are maybe putting that on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and if you want, we are putting together an adventure box for some of the. Use the hashtag MoonScopeHangover, because it was the blood moon, super moon, and everybody was so excited. The other thing is this. Ask Adventure Team. If you are not in the comments, feel free to ask Adventure Team. And if you want to tag me, don't tag me so that you can follow me. Tag me so that I can like your photo. Now, how about that? I was with my friend Randy. They do a big Christmas thing. That's actually how I met my friend Mark Pentecost. Is one of my best friends is brothers with one of his best friends. That's another story. That's awesome down the road. But I was talking to him about his Christmas thing, and they were having this big event, and they hired photographers, and this is part of the whole personal thing, is because strategy is about what I can give them tips for you. That was just the preview. That's insane. So we're about to go into the 7 tips. So if you haven't invited your friends yet, thanks for all the hearts. But right where all those hearts are coming in, to give hearts, by the way, you just tap on the screen and go ahead and do this. So here is the first thing. Okay, so there's kind of a different rankings of the different types of things that you post. Okay, so not all posts are created equal. Okay, different posts. There's different rankings, right? So think of it as there's a weight score to it, okay? Like they're weighted a little bit different. So like video and photos, those are going to be posted, those are going to be ranked more than just a post, okay? So just a text post isn't going to do as good as a visual post, as well as like a link. So when you share a link, there's a lot of people right now that have been messaging me because maybe their website doesn't work, or I know Facebook is cracking down with even making sure that you have to have like CAPTCHA codes and things like that, which, you know, CAPTCHA is where they mix up the letters, which for a dyslexic, by the way, thanks a lot. Like, let's make it like, yeah, words are hard enough. Like, my whole life is CAPTCHA. Let's go in like CAPTCHA that, yeah. If you want to know what it's like to have dyslexia, just like try to figure out the CAPTCHA things. Thank you very much. Where was I? Oh, yeah, links. So what happens is everybody's like, well, my link doesn't work. I can't do my link. Well, here's the thing. Think about it from Facebook's perspective. So you hate Facebook. You hate what they did. It's, you know, it's their business. If we don't like what they do, we don't have to use their free product. That's how they make their money, is advertising. That's the way it works, okay? If you invented Facebook, do you want people to click on links to leave Facebook? No. Links are like one of the worst things that you can post. Links don't do well at all. I would never post a link. When somebody's like, my link doesn't work, I'm like, who cares? Links are miserable. But you know what you can do? You can use something like WordSwag or an app like that, and you can go and put your like domain name and just put it on there and post that instead. So now what you're doing is it's seen as an image, and now you went from one of the lowest rated things to one of the highest rated things. So that's just one easy thing. Like, who cares about that? And somebody goes, well, I want to private message somebody my link. Okay. So why don't you just make kind of a fun video, or why don't you make a fun picture and like have a picture like, go here. Because here's what I know. You go and send me a link. I'm going to look at it and go, oh, okay, I'll get to that later. You go and like have a picture that has the link in there. Now I'm going, oh, okay, like I'm going to pay attention more because you made it personal. Okay. So, anyway, that is one of the things. That's tip number one, is make it visual. Why? Because the human brain processes information 60,000 times faster than text when it has an image, right? We're visual people, okay? I'm going to show you an example of this. I'm not going to be in Facebook here. For example, let's say that I'm going through and I'm seeing posts. Well, you know what's going to happen is the posts that I'm going to ignore. Oh, somebody's taking notes. Thank you. The posts that I'm going to ignore are probably like the ones that are just text. What do you tend to stop on? You tend to stop on images. Post a photo here. I'm going to select a photo on Facebook. This is going to be just, not that it wasn't free for anything, or you, is that people love new, right? They love the idea of got in the mail. I could have gotten something in the mail 2 days ago, but if I wrote a post and said, 2 days ago I got this in the mail, or I said, look what I just opened up. Am I lying? No, because I got it 2 days in the mail. I might have not just opened up till now. So the sense of urgency, so especially in America, like we love new, but this is becoming this worldwide concept, is people love what new. Like this just happened. OMG. What the what? Like people love that, okay? And so that is really important, that sense of urgency. This just happened. The other thing you can do, this is still part of the second tip, is using all caps. So the problem like on Twitter and also on Facebook is that they don't have bold. So what you can end up doing is using all caps. Now, don't put all caps in everything. You put all caps in everything, you're screaming at me, okay? So what you need to do, though, is you might pick a word. So if I say your limitations are actually your inspiration, I might say limitation and inspiration in all caps, leave the rest of it. My post is going to stand out more because your eye is going to go through and say, well, what's happening here? What's happening on that post? What did I miss? Right? Nobody wants, like, everyone wants to be in the loop. So you're like, this just happened, OMG, like, people love it. Now, don't do that constantly, right? Then you're crying wolf, okay? So that is something, is do that. Okay, here is the other thing. Okay, number 3. Okay, you got that? Number 1. Number 2, let's go to number 3. I am going to, let's see, I'm going to maybe like pick a post here. Let me get a picture. I'm going to post. Okay, so I have a picture here. So I'm going to go right from here to edit this picture. So you can't really see me get in that picture, but that's what's great about some of the filters that are built right in. It's going to basically fix my picture for me. Also, while I'm in here, I'm going to maybe crop this a little bit so that you don't even understand, okay? And so that is part of it, is adding emojis, okay? But here's how I use a hashtag. One is saying, if you have a funny screen capture, the best quote of the night, you're going to use the hashtag #MoonScopeHangover, because now what I can do is I can make sure that I follow those, because here's the thing. We live in a hashtag world, not a .com world. Let me say that again, because that's not what you probably, I mean, it's here, they're showing me trending, because you want to be part of a community or part of a discussion. So earlier when Facebook was down, I saw that I started using Facebook down, because then any people that wanted to be part of that community were things holy. Stop tagging a million people that have no context to your. I will tag people that I am with, okay? So, yes, stop the madness. If I am as Joel, it still will be tagged for him, but saying Joel is friends with them. So this is just the difference of, if I'm friends with somebody, I can choose to tag them or mention them. So when I'm at a football game with my friends and I'm there, I'm tagged when they're invited into that. At worst case, they might just like it. And when they like it, guess what? The face is going to pick that. So that is number 5, okay? Number 5 is using mention and likes. Number 6, okay, I love this feature a lot, and I'm going to show you a couple of tricks with it, is the feeling. So I'm saying I'm feeling adventurous. So now it says I'm feeling adventurous with these people. There's a way here, and I'm going to say that I'm actually feeling, and then I'm going to search for something. I'm going to use all caps, and I'm just going to say, wow. So let me add a sticker. So I can go and add a sticker here. View them, because I can't read my handwriting, so I don't even know where I'm looking at this. So 1, be visual. Easily this can get to be too much. I'm just kind of showing you, just in general, some of the features that you can use. And when you use them, sometimes it will grab people's eyes, and it can give you a bonus feature. Then I'm going to give you 2 bonus tips really quick. I know that I wanted this to be done here in 9 minutes, so I have 2 bonus features that I want to give you. But before I do, just want to make sure that if you have your favorite quote or a meme that you want to do a Moonscope Hangover. That is our official hashtag for this. If you have any further questions or you want to continue the conversation, reply now many times, so that's great, because sometimes that can get lost. But you can, it's just a thank you. What you need to do as well is when somebody shares something of yours, shares anything that I do, and they actually take the time to write something, a lot of times I'll go back and, so, well, you guys are the best. Let's see. It is 10:56. So it is time to say goodbye to our adventure together. Thank you for all the hearts. That was a lot of tips in a little bit of time. So yeah, that's 7 tips plus the pre-one that talks about being personal, and then 2 bonus tips. So you do the math on that. That's 10 things that are going to help you do a lot better. Here's what I will do is we can continue this discussion on Twitter. I'll post some of the notes to that Facebook event, and you guys are amazing. Love you guys as well. Here's the thing. I just want to help you win. And so what I want to do is I want you to be, when Facebook is saying which one do I want to pick and show people, I want them to pick yours. So again, the more likes and the more comments that you're going to get, that's going to help. The type of the post helps. So those are just some of the tips that will help you win. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sharing this. This was a lot of fun. And let me check one thing really quick. Hold on. Be patient. I wanted to see if you guys... Yeah, that's awesome. So I was wondering if we would hit 13 million hearts. Thanks for helping me do that. Crushing Ellen. Yeah, we were at like 12.9 million or something. So that's amazing. Thanks all for for watching that. Let me repeat all of them really quick. So the first pre-tip is this, and then we'll close out. 1 is begins right now.